Rukia.
Welcome back, Grimmjow.
Well, aren't you going to apologize, Grimmjow?
Not really.
You...
It's all right, Kaname. I'm not angry.
Lord Aizen.
I view Grimmjow's actions as a display of loyalty, albeit an overzealous one. Am I wrong, Grimmjow?
No, my lord.
Lord Aizen, let me execute him.
Kaname?
This is personal. The fact is that you just don't like me. Is that any way for a Director General to behave?
I believe that anyone who disrupts the peace should pay. That's all.
Whose peace? The group's?
Lord Aizen's.
Ha! Fine. Just hide behind the cause then.
Exactly. It's about the cause. Your raid lacked purpose. Killing without purpose is only murder. But, on the other hand, killing with purpose is justice. Hado number 54, hiding.
No! No, no, no! You rat! You cut off my arm! You're dead!
Stop, Grimmjow. If you attack Kaname, you'll force my hand. I'm afraid that I'll have no choice but to reprimand you.
Playing with your men again, huh? You're a cruel man.
Eavesdropping, Keen?
I'm sure you were aware of what Kaname was bound to do after you said what you did.
Perhaps.
You do realize we lost 5 Arankars.
What of it? They were only Gillians. It won't affect our plan in the least, once we've assembled enough Vasto Lourdes and the Espada are complete. No one will be able to stop us.
So, you're all better now? Really?
Yes, I'm fine. That was incredibly fast. Thanks, Orihime. You're getting stronger all the time.
No, not really. I just...
You healed up, Rukia?
What's that look for? You feel like you're responsible for my injuries? Come on, give me a break. My injuries were my own fault. That's it. I don't need you to protect me. I can take care of myself. Now stop sulking.
Yeah.
If you're so worried about that hollow inside of you, why don't you talk to Kisuke about it? He trained you, after all. So, he very well may know something that could help you out.
Talking to him is just pointless. Kisuke knows about it. He's already well aware of what's going on with me. Besides,
If he knew how to fix it, then he would have said something before we went to the Soul Society. And since he didn't do that, it means that he probably doesn't know how to suppress it either. Even so, he trained me, and I'm very grateful for that. Honestly, I just don't want to bother him with any more of my problems right now.
Ichigo.
I know. It can't go on like this forever.
I'm surprised you found this place, Ichigo. That look. So, I take it this means that you finally made the decision to come and join us. I'm surprised you were able to find this place, given how bad you are at detecting spiritual pressure. However, we figured that you'd be coming, so we focused our spiritual pressure on you in order to help you find it. So, Ichigo, if you're here, then that must mean that you're ready to join us.
Bite me!
What?
Seriously? Me join you guys? Are you nuts? The whole reason that I came here was to use you guys. I'm never gonna join your group, but you know what? You're going to tell me how to control the hollow inside me.
Just who do you think you're dealing with here? We're not telling you diddly squat.
I'll get it out of you.
How?
By force.
That's a good one.
His name's Ichigo, isn't it? Quite impressive. He's holding his own against Shinji.
Open your eyes, you moron. The stupid Shinji ain't even trying.
If you ask me, I don't think that Ichigo's actually trying all that hard either.
It's plain as day. That dumbass is wetting himself.
Oh? You think so?
He's scared. He's frightened of calling upon his inner hollow, for fear of what might happen. Hachi, put up 5 more force fields.
Yes, ma'am.
Ichigo, you.
Shinji, step aside. Ichigo, just listen to me. Look, you've got it all wrong.
What do you mean?
It's up to us. End of story. I'm sorry if this is hard to hear, but what you want doesn't matter right now. It's up to us to decide whether or not you can join us, and we'll only reach a conclusion after we've seen what you can do. That's how it is. Okay, now that you know the score, go ahead and holify. I'll take a look at what you've got.
No.
Do we have to do this again? How many times do I have to tell you? You have no choice. All right, fine. If you're too much of a wimp to holify, then I guess that I'll have no choice but to drag it out of you myself. By force!
Come on, think! How does she manage to stay in control when she holifies? How is she able to make that mask obey her? I can see everything! She's doing it right in front of me! If I look and think, I should be able to figure it out! That's what I came here for! I won't perform Bankai! I won't holify! I'm never gonna open up my soul to him again! Never!
Last one was
details! I'll cut you down! It's fun! You down! I'll end this! Incredible! We'll close it! Incredible!
Sorry. I'll kill you.
With interest.
Enough. Are you satisfied, Hiyori? Now do you get it, Ichigo? It's just not possible. You can't contain the hollow that's inside of you. Not with your body, and not with your mind either. You passed. You want to learn how to control your inner hollow? So we're gonna hammer it into you.
What am I doing?
What's your problem? Watch it, you idiot, or I'll kick your butt!
I'll kick your butts! You said you'd hammer the ability to contain my hollow into me! So why am I running like a hamster on some phony homemade exercise wheel all day long? You're all crazy! No, I'm crazy for doing it!
That's right, you are crazy! The only crazy one here, in fact! But we're putting ourselves out to train you, so stop complaining and do what you're told!
This isn't training!
Just shut up and get going! Run till you drop!
Hold on, Ichigo. The purpose of Hiyori's piece of crap trainer is to prepare you for your upcoming instruction.
Hiyori, stupid trainer!
The longer you can keep going on that thing, the more you'll get out of your real training. We can teach you to control the hollow within, but only if you're able to run on that ridiculous thing for 3 days straight.
You gotta be kidding me! I can run on this stupid thing for a whole week! I've figured out this pile of junk. It's designed to drain spiritual energy. That's what it does, right? With the spiritual energy I have right now, I could go at least 5 days straight. So why waste time with it? Just tell me, how do I control my hollow? I don't have the time for this. I don't have the time to play around with you Vizards!
Shut up! Oh, you don't have time. You don't even know how long it takes for the Hogyoku to awaken.
Wait, what did you just say?
Hogyoku, holification. You don't know anything about these things, so stop your whining already.
How do you know that? How do you know about the Hogyoku?
I know all about that stuff. Hogyoku, the Arankars, even Sosuke Aizen. I've known about them in rather extensive detail for years and years now. I'll tell you all about it some other time. I thought we'd take some time for your Konpaku to get used to our way of doing things, but Now that I come to think about it, you've already managed to become a Soul Reaper and achieve Shikai and Bankai. And you've accomplished all of that in a very short amount of time.
Tell me, how do you know all that?
So I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should avoid any further delays. Just get right down to it and teach you how to holofy. Are you ready then? I hope you don't regret this. Hachi, give me a 2-layered fault force field.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me, Ichigo? In a moment, you're going to become a hollow all the way. Don't let it consume you. Consume it instead. If it eats you, it's all over.
Hey there. It's been quite a while, King. What's wrong? That look on your face is so glum. Why's that?
Where's Zangetsu? Where is he? Tell me.
I don't really know. Zangetsu, huh? That's what you want to know about. Is it that thing in your hand? Or is it something different? Like this?
A white Zangetsu.
You want to know where Zangetsu is? Is that it? Very well then. I am Zangetsu!
You. What did you do with Zangetsu?
Sheesh, come on. How many times do I have to tell you? I am Zangetsu! Ichigo, listen. Maybe you don't know it, or maybe you just don't get it. But in any event, Zangetsu and I have always been one. Zangetsu and I are your spirit energy. You see, I was just part of Zangetsu before. To put it simply, we share the same body, but as our relationship changed, so did our appearance. When life rules, flesh extends over the bones. When death rules, the bones become exposed. It's the same with us. My powers increased, and as they did, the situation evolved. I became dominant, and Zangetsu became part of me. The more that you tried to draw on Zangetsu's power in those moments where you needed them, the easier it became for me to gain dominance and influence over your soul.
I see. So that means, if I defeat you here, Zangetsu will be back. He'll become the center of my spiritual powers again.
Defeat me, please. It's impossible.
Before you say that, do me a favor and take a look at this.
Bankai!
When did you learn Bankai?
When did I? Why, the exact same time you did, Ichigo!
Don't underestimate me.
Seriously? This is starting to be fun. Die, idiot! Damn it! Come on! Damn it! this!
Shut up!
Now don't go and disappoint me! You call that an attack!
Strike back! Let's go. There's more.
That's what I should have. What's the one now? Now don't go and disappoint me! Die, die, die! I told you, you're simply not good enough. Didn't you notice? I was the first to use Getsuga Tensho after we released our Bankai. You can't. You're going to have to come to terms with the truth. Face it, you're little more than a dumb kid. One who's trying to imitate the true master, Ichigo. Ichigo, what's the difference between a king and his horse?
What did you say?
And I'm not talking about obvious stuff, like one's an animal and one's a person, or one has 2 legs and one has 4. If their form, ability, and power are exactly the same, why is it that one becomes the king and leads them to battle, while the other becomes the horse and carries the king? So what's the characteristic that distinguishes these 2 beings? There's only one answer. Instinct! In order for identical beings to get stronger and gain power, they need to develop a killer instinct, and that instinct is mostly forged in battle. They must develop an insatiable hunger to engage in battle. They must live to mercilessly crush, shred, and slice their enemies. This thirst for power is not an unnatural desire. In fact, it forms the very essence of our beings. Deep within our bodies lies the whole instinct to dominate and slaughter our enemies. My friend, you don't have that. You try to use your brain to win a fight. You attempt to defeat your enemies with reason and logic. You don't tap into those pure base instincts that exist within your core, waiting to be released. And the simple matter is that it doesn't work. You're weak, Ichigo! And I won't put up with that! Am I clear, Ichigo? No, I refuse, Ichigo. I don't know about Zangetsu, but I refuse to play horse to a king who's weaker than me. Someone whose uncertainty and hesitation will end up getting us both cut to pieces. If you aren't willing to assert your strength and retain the crown, then I'll destroy you, which means I'll be king.
Instinct. To fight. Seek battle. Instinct. Where is it? Here? Whoa!
It's about time you woke up, Ichigo.
Kenpachi! What are you doing here? Just what is this place? Whoa!
Kenpachi? Who's that? I'm just... someone who's here to kill you!
Why? What are you talking about? You're Kenpachi! Our battle's already over!
Over? Nothing's over. A battle with swords isn't a fist fight. It isn't over until somebody's dead.
But I have no reason at all to fight you!
You need a reason? You to do battle? Accept it, Ichigo. You always seek battle.
What?
Just face it, you crave power! Isn't that right, Ichigo? And anyone who's after power is a person who must also seek battle. Of course, one may ask, do we seek battle to gain power? Or is it the other way around? Well, who knows? Not me. But One thing I do know is that when we were born, the desire to fight was already inside of us. That's right, born to seek battle forever, Ichigo. It's just something that's instinctual in you. You automatically seek battle because you know that it's the only way to gain power. Come on, fight, Ichigo! If you want to conquer, you know what to do. Take your sword and slay your enemy! There's simply no other path!
Fight.
Not in front of you, and not behind you either, Ichigo!
Fight. Fight.
Very well then. I admit it, you kicked my ass. So I guess I'll have to accept you as my king. For now. But don't ever forget this. The story's not over. In the end, either one of us can become the king or the horse. The moment I sense a vulnerability, if I feel even the slightest hint of weakness in you, I'll throw you off and crush your skull! And also, make sure that you heed this warning. If you really want to be able to access and control my powers, then until the next time that we meet, make sure that you don't get yourself killed somehow!
How do you feel, Ichigo?
Not bad.
Good.
Sorry. I won't let you.
The Eren Car. Powerful hollows awakened by the Hogyoku in Sosuke Aizen's hands invaded the world of the living. The Soul Society dispatched an advance team consisting of the Soul Reapers acquainted with Ichigo to combat the Eren Car. As the final battle against the Eren Car loomed ever closer, Ichigo feared the powers of Hollow dwelling within him. As if sensing this fear, a man possessing powers of Hollow approached Ichigo, Shinji Hirako. Hirako began training Ichigo to Hollowfy in the hopes of contending with the looming threat of the Eren Car. In the midst of this training, Ichigo and advance team received a message from the Soul Society.
Ichigo wasn't at school again today. I wonder what's going on. I can feel his spiritual pressure, so I know that he's all right. But all the same, knowing him, he's probably doing some secret training somewhere, so maybe I shouldn't go looking for him. No? All things considered, it's better if I don't. What was that weird sound I heard coming from my room just now? Whoa! Awesome! Toshiro?
Her timing couldn't be any worse.
The head captain?
That was some very speedy work, Captain Hitsugaya. Now then, I asked you to set up this emergency link for an important reason. We have discovered what Sosuke Aizen's true objective is.
Aizen's true objective?
Indeed.
Oh, this sounds like it's a pretty serious situation. So I'll just be going.
Wait a moment. This is of grave concern to you humans as well. Stay and listen.
Okay.
It has been 1 month since Aizen escaped. There are many areas that are still being examined. The Squad 5 Captain's Room, Central 46's underground chamber, Seijyoto Kyorin, and also the Dairaisho Archive are currently undergoing investigation. I admit, it has been hard going. Those locations are generally off limits, and as a result of that, few captains have any idea what exactly is inside of them.
What's going on, Head Captain? What do you want to tell us?
Very well. The other day, while undertaking an investigation of the Dairaisho Archive, Toshiro made a rather unusual discovery. He found records revealing that certain documents related to the Hogyoku had been accessed. Then he found that 2 days before Aizen's disappearance, a body of literature completely unrelated to the Hogyoku had also been accessed.
Literature about what?
Oken, the Royal Key.
Oken, the Royal Key. What's that?
The Royal Key. You see, the Soul Society has its own royal family. But they let the Central 46 run the Soul Society in their stead and never interfere with Soul Reaper business. None of us has ever actually seen them. That's how it works down there.
Indeed. The king's name is Soul King. He's a revered figure in the Soul Society, although the nature of his role is essentially symbolic. The Royal Palace exists in a different dimension that is completely separate from the Soul Society. It is guarded by the Royal Special Task Force. They stand ready to defend it and the Soul King from any would-be attackers.
Then, it sounds like Aizen wants to...
Murder the king. That, I believe, is his true purpose. However, it is not the immediate threat.
Does the book Aizen was looking at show the location of the Oken, the Royal Key?
That secret has been passed down through oral tradition by the head captains of the court guard for many generations. It is not something that you will find written down in any book. What he accessed was literature documenting the creation of the Oken, the Royal Key. Based on the information that he obtained, we can assume that he knows how it was made.
Then he could have already made his own Oken, the Royal Key.
No, it's not that simple. The immediate problem is the raw material he needs. To create an Oken, 100,000 souls and an enriched spirit zone, a concentrated spirit zone, 2 spirit miles in diameter are required.
100,000 souls?
Yes, but the souls are not our only concern when it comes to this situation. An enriched spirit zone is a very unusual phenomenon in the world of the living. It's a physical place, but its location changes over time. It is at its essence an area that is more spiritually charged than normal, and as a result of that energy, spirits find themselves being drawn to it. Now do you see? The enriched spirit zone that Aizen is after is... God Karakura Town. If Aizen follows the instructions that are detailed in the literature and is able to complete the Oaken, the royal key, Karakura Town and its people, every last one of them, will be carved out of this world. They will be entirely erased from existence.
No! Isn't there something we can do? Isn't there some way to stop him?
We will find a way. That is why the 13 Court Guard squads exist. Thankfully, we have a little time. According to what Kurotsuchi says, the Hogyoku remains in a dormant state for a time after it has been removed from a soul. We believe that it requires a period of about 4 months to completely awaken after that point. And until that time expires, Aizen cannot assemble his army, but once it does, he will then make his move. The battle will come in winter. So until that time arrives, sharpen your skills and prepare yourselves for battle.
Yes, sir.
And Orihime Inoue, what Aizen is after is in your world. However, that is too large an area for us to handle by ourselves. It will have to fall to you humans to provide us with help. So, please inform Ichigo Kurosaki about all of this.
Yes, sir!
Then I'll go and notify Ikkaku and the others. Head Captain?
Right, I'll go with you.
Please, wait for just a moment if you would, Captain Hitsugaya. Someone is eager to speak with you. They've been patiently waiting to get the chance to bend your ear for just a little bit. Won't you please stay and listen?
You... Momo!
Toshiro.
So, you're awake, Momo. But still, are you sure that you should be up and about this soon?
I'm just fine now.
Good. You don't look so fine, I'm sorry to say.
Toshiro, please forgive me. I'm so sorry that I ever doubted you. I'm sorry that I drew my sword against you. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm such a...
Just stop. I've already forgotten about it. It's behind us. It really doesn't matter. Anyway, just forget about it. Go back to sleep and get rid of those bags under your eyes.
All right. Thank you, Toshiro.
Because, you know, you already basically look like a little child. Kids need twice as much sleep as grown-ups, or they stop growing. Look at Rangiku. I'd estimate that you need at least 10 years of sleep to catch up with her.
Shut up! Rangiku's a freak of nature! Who are you to give somebody else advice about growing anyway?
Momo, listen. Don't make me repeat myself. I'm not Toshiro now. I'm Captain Hitsugaya.
Yes, of course. Captain, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Just what are you planning to do? Are you going to fight Captain Aizen?
Yes.
Are you going to kill him? Please, please, I beg you, don't kill Captain Aizen!
Momo!
I know, he's done some truly terrible things, but even so, I'm sure that he must have had a good reason for doing what he did. That's it! Maybe Captain Ichimaru or someone else forced him to do it!
My apologies. I agreed to grant her request to have a dialogue with you. but perhaps it may have been a bit too soon for that.
It's all right. Thank you, sir. Goodbye, sir. Aizen.